Semi-final matchups are set here at BC Place. We'll talk about Canada in a second, but first, Cara, another very impressive win by the Americans.
It was very businesslike from the U.S. team. They dominated, particularly on set pieces, 4 really nice goals for the U.S., set themselves up pretty nicely for their next game against Costa Rica.
And I think Canada's next game against Mexico, we might have saw a little bit of a prelude to that in the way the Mexicans marked the United States top star.
Yeah, I think that the pressure on Abby Wambach all game for the Mexicans was really an indication of exactly how they're going to play against Christine Sinclair. Canada's going to need to be ready for Mexico to isolate Christine, to really pressure her, double team her. They're not afraid to take players out, as we saw. And I think that the secondary scorers for Canada are going to need to be ready to step it up.
It's all about taking that time and space away and not being afraid to get a foot in or getting stuck in. So as we watch the Mexicans shut down Abby Wambach, I guess the question would be, can they do the same thing to Christine Sinclair? But if there's anyone who can rise to the occasion, I think it's her.
Absolutely. Christine Sinclair has had pressure on her shoulders. She's carried this team really for almost her entire career. So if anybody can handle this kind of pressure, it's her. I fully expect her to show up on the day. She's the kind of player that shows up when it matters most. In fact, I'd say she's the only player that showed up for Canada this past summer in Germany. So she'll be coming out flying against Mexico.
And also, I think, too, in that withdrawn position in the midfield, for her to be very tough for the Mexicans to keep tabs on her instead of playing up front. Sinclair, look at that, the goal-scoring leader, and Canada will be counting on her to put it in the back of the net again as they take on Mexico in the semis.